Hey, welcome back everyone. It is time for another red hot covered call video. Well, hey, look, today we're going to talk about the in the money covered call, something that I've done 57 times in 2024, knocking it down. And I'm going to share with you how much money I've made using the in the money covered call. To me, it's the holy grail trade right now in this stock market because the stock market moves 2 steps forward, 1 hella step back. So the in the money covered call on 3x leveraged ETFs give us both 3x the premium and some downside protection. I'm going to show you why I use the in the money covered call, but before we get there, I absolutely need you to subscribe to the channel if you like anything you hear today. And hey, look, if you like this video today, bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. Now, what we're doing is this. I'm going to show you in 2024, I have done 57 in the money covered calls. But not only that, we have 56 winners. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. But first of all, I absolutely have to show you this. What I want you to focus on is over here. I'm going to scroll over and show you all the in the money covered calls. This is my total income tracker for which you can download at cptdashboard.com. Click free spreadsheets. They're all there, all the spreadsheets I use, including the in the money covered call spreadsheet that I'm going to show you now. I have done 57 of these. I want you to hang with me while I scroll through 2024. You can see all of these trades. There's 57 of them there. And what I want to show you is this. Notice this big, fat green column right here. That would be the win and loss. Check this out. This is absolutely incredible. I have 1 loss this year using the in the money covered call. That was for $192. And if you read the write-up, I even tell you up here, if you were a member, why I'm happy to only lose $192. We have been in that trade for a little bit. Finally get out, making money. Love the in the money covered call. Now, let's take a look at that. As we scroll down, that's what we make every single in the money covered call. I'm going to tell you right now, for 2024, I am averaging, there's 43 weeks in the current year. And when we take $57,000, that would be some $1,300 per week. And we're not even done with this year. I love the in the money covered call. Like I said, I can buy the shares higher and then I could sell them lower. The call buyer pays me the intrinsic value, so my cost basis is not where I bought the shares, rather the strike that I put on. Now, here's the deal. You can only be successful with this if you have great entry points. If you don't understand chart reading, you are going to crash and burn because everybody's reaching for the sky. All these stocks are flying off the shelf. You're going to grab in too high. See, my members don't. My members don't because I use stocks that are trading anywhere between the mid and the bottom of the range. We're using 3x leverage ETF, which are diversified to the indexes. We don't have single stock risk. And we're planting our flag in the middle of the range and selling a strike that's at the bottom of the range. So what does that mean? When a stock ebbs and flows and you have the mid-range and we buy at the mid and we sell the in the money at the bottom of the range, well, if the stock were to fall and we get involved down here, this is our cost basis because they paid us the intrinsic value. That's a great place to start another covered call. See, this is what we do here at the membership. I show all my members all of my trades, and they got all of these trades. And the in the money covered call is one that I use all the time. Why? Because I'm trading largely in an IRA. And because I'm trading so much, I can use margin or quote unquote unsettled cash. Now, I'm not charged margin interest because it's not real margin. They just let me use my unsettled cash. Well, you have to have cash to do a cash secure put. Well, instead, I go ahead and buy the shares, and then I do the in the money. covered call. That's the inverse. You basically get the same time value premium. And I'm actually going to show you a trade that I did today. We're going to look at the in-the-money calculator to determine all of these numbers, and then we put on the trade. The members got this. In fact, they get all of my trades. They get them via the phone app, blog post, and email. So you have every opportunity to get involved in these trades. And I think what most people realize by now, I am trading my real money in retirement. These are real trades. These aren't baloney, fake, guru trades where they send them out as trade alerts. They only buy one share just to say they did the trade. With me, this is real money, and I put my money at risk. And when I put on trades, we don't lose. I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, if I'm not good at this, well, I can't be retired anymore. I'd have to go back to the 9 to 5, and that ain't happening. So, this is a trade I put on with SOXL. It is an in-the-money covered call. Like I mentioned before, I have done 57 in-the-money covered calls in 2024. I love it because it is, to me, the holy grail trade. Right now, this market will move higher and higher and higher, and then when it steps back, you get one hell of a step back. So you don't quite know if the market's going to continue to go higher. So you got to have a little caution. Little downside protection would be nice. And the in-the-money covered call using a 3X Levers ETF gives us that. Because when we write the very conservative in-the-money covered call, we still get a decent amount of premium to make it worthwhile. I do weekly covered calls and 2-week covered calls in the money. So this particular trade is going till this week. That's 4 days. We're using SOXL. Every single trade in my membership has a unique trade identifier. So if you're tracking this trade, maybe you did the trade and you're getting 4 emails a day, well, you could always come to the real-time blog site, plug in that number in the search, and you'll see if I still have that trade open. And, of course, you get the write-ups. Now let's talk about the write-up for SOXL. Right now, I'm going to show you the chart. We're going to talk about why I picked this strike price. I believe this ETF, which is the 3X Levers ETF to the semiconductors, is trading in the middle of its range. I've said over the past month in videos that right now, SOXL is trading in between 40 and 30. And if you can get this thing anything in the mid and then do an in-the-money covered call in and around $2 lower, well, that's what we want to do. And we're only using 1 week. So what did I do? With SOXL basically trading at 35, which I believe to be at the middle of its range, I then bought the shares, sold the 33. The call buyer gave me the intrinsic value from 35 to 33, and they gave me some time value premium. That time value premium is 65 cents. Now you're saying to yourself, John, that's not much. But when you do the math, that's 1.83% in 4 days. Come on, that's knocking it down. And when you're in my membership, you understand that we're looking for a 1.2 to 1.7 5-day trade using the in-the-money strike. We do it all the time. And in the case of this trade, you could see that if you got involved, this is a 4-day trade, you pick up 1.3%, that'd be $455 in your wallet, and that would be considered a good trade. Now, before we go to the charts, I do want to show you the in-the-money calculator. You can get this at my website, cptdashboard.com. In fact, the members use it all the time. They send me pictures of all the different trades they want to do. This is what you need because you need to have the numbers in front of you. Now, mine looks a little different because I send out trade alerts to my members, and when I'm thinking about this, I plug the numbers in. And here is that trade. You can see SOXL trading at 35.55. We're going to do 700 shares, pick the 35.50 strike. That is almost 6% in downside protection. I like that because in this market and in a 4-day trade, it might fall to that 33.50. But again, I'm okay with it because the call buyer pays me that $2.05 of intrinsic value. So when I buy these shares at $35.55 and then I write the $33.50, my new cost basis is $33.50. So if they take my shares, that's fine. I make 65 cents, 700 shares, that's $455. That's 1.83%. I'll be honest with you. I'm showing you this trade for 700 shares. I just did one for 2,000 shares. I absolutely love this trade, and I'll do it until it's not a good trade anymore. And you say to yourself, well, what makes a good trade? I'll give you an example. Right now, everybody's getting involved in Bitcoin at 68,000. I'm telling my members don't touch Bitcoin until it comes back. So that's what we look to do. We look to get involved in trades that are not trading at the top of the range. That's where the suckers live. What we do is we find the mid-range of any stock we're trading. That's where we want to get involved. And then we do the in-the-money strike, which that would be our cost basis. So we get involved here. And if the stock were to pull back to our strike, well, that's a great starting place for a covered call. So many suckers out there getting involved up here when the stock falls to the mid and then it falls under. I'm going to tell you right now, one stock that is going to do that, there is a stock right now that is absolutely blown up. Everybody's talking about it. I'm going to tell you, that sucker's coming back, and it's going to come back some 30 points. We'll be ready for it because we're not going to use the stock. We're going to use its 2x leverage ETF, and we're going to load up with a cash secured put or an in-the-money covered call. Again, right now, everything's at the high of the range. I don't want to be at the high of the range. I want to use stocks like SOXL, where they're trading at the mid of the range, do in-the-money covered call, where our cost basis is the bottom of the range. TNA, got a couple of those trades on the books too. And I do like yen right now. I have a strike price on yen. I'm going to do a cash secured put on yen tomorrow. What we want to do is give ourselves a little downside protection and still make some good money. 65 cents on this invested, that's pretty good money in 4 days. That's 1.83%, knocking it down. I want you to go to cptdashboard.com, click upgraded dashboard, get your 1 free month. If anything, go to cptdashboard.com, get your free spreadsheets, the total income tracker, and the in-the-money covered call calculator. We use both of those because you got to keep the numbers in front of you so you know when you're profitable. Now let's go to the charts. I'll tell you exactly why SOXL is one of my favorite trades right now. So for all of you dividend investors, right now what we're doing is we are taking covered call profits and we're currently buying BIDO. BIDO is a ProShares ETF. They try to mimic the price of Bitcoin. They're going to have their X date soon and they're going to pay over $1. I love BIDO because although BIDO does pay over $1, it doesn't seem to erode the NAV like most others do. You get to see all of my dividend tree investments. Members see all of my dividend paying stocks and they get to see them in real time. And you could ask me anytime, being a member, if a dividend paying stock is a good one. I'll give you my "What would John do?" reply. When you're a member, you have access. This is SOXL. What do we talk about? Always identify a stock's trading range. And right now, I told you that SOXL high is 40. And I also told you its low is going to be 30. So anywhere in between, we want to get involved with an in-the-money covered call. Why? We buy the stock here, and if it were to tail off, well, that's going to be our new cost basis. And that's exactly what I've done with 3 SOXL trades recently. I just love the downside protection because right there is potentially your near-term support. That turns out to be 33. Hey, you don't have to be a pro reading charts, but you're going to have to in this world. That day of fundamental investing, well, that's over. Wall Street trades based on technicals. And if you say to yourself, John, you're completely wrong. What I'm going to tell you is these are 3x leveraged ETFs to indexes or sectors. They've already done the legwork for you. I don't need to do any fundamentals on the stocks that are a part of SOXL. So that part is over. That part's done. Now it's the technicals. And where is the stock trading? It's literally trading in and around the mid of where it's trading at. So we get involved here. Let's then do a cash secured put and or an in the money strike at what I believe to be support, or 33. So when we place that trade, we're going to keep it nice and tight, maybe just 5 days. And it is what it is. You run the in the money calculator, see if the numbers make sense. This number right here, the percentage, cash on cash percentage gain for this 4-day trade is 1.83%. You are not going to get that with any S&P 500 type company. You're only going to get it with the leveraged ETF to the indexes. I love leverage when we're talking about indexes or sectors because they're going to have the best of the best inside. I have to do zero due diligence. They've already done it for me. Now, I just need to have my technical chart reading locked in, which I do. And this is why when you're a member and you see the trades that I put on, you then understand why I did the trade. I'll tell you what, if you wanted to be a part of that, all you have to do is go to cptdashboard.com, click Upgraded Dashboard, get your 1 free month offer. Let me leave you on this. I have done 57 in the money covered calls in 2024. 56 of them are profitable. The one that I lost $192. I have made $57,000 on those 56 winning trades. That makes up 18% of my total cash flow from covered call writing this year. And the in the money covered call represents some 14% of all of my trades. I love the in the money covered call because it offers us some great potential for some 3x leverage ETF premiums. And that's great for time value, but we get great downside protection. And hey, look, if the markets tank, we're all tanking. But what I'll tell you is this, what I love is that we get a little bit of downside and our cost basis is actually here, not here. So that's a great place to plant our flag. Hey, look, cptdashboard.com, click Upgraded Dashboard, click free spreadsheets. I would love to welcome you aboard. Hey, look, be safe, be healthy, most important, be lucky. Until next time, may all your covered calls be profitable.